In this session, I'm going to be talking about the new conceptual world of innovation paradigms. We live in a world which is changed by a new idea every day. The industrial age was absolutely different. The rate and the pace of change was not so fast. It was easy for the organizations to mold themselves to the changing demographics, to the changing technologies. But in the modern world, it is becoming extremely difficult for the organizations to change. So it calls for absolutely new paradigms for innovation. How would you change that fast? How would you become agile? How would you become that nimble? How would you continuously innovate so that you sustain in the market? And not to forget that your competition is not a benchmark. I mean, there was a time when organizations were going for benchmarking. But today, imagine if organizations had benchmarked with Nokia. Or imagine if organizations had benchmarked with a BlackBerry. Imagine if organizations had benchmarked with General Motors. You are a leader today only for 6 months. And then suddenly you find that somebody has disrupted you. And in this age, and one individual, just one individual is going to disrupt you. So how will you cope? How will you cope with these challenges? Let me share some of the thoughts that I have. I think one of the fundamental shifts, the most important shift which has happened from the industrial age to the conceptual age is not the R&D. It is not about the research and development. I think it is more and more becoming the C&D, which is the connect and develop. Organizations must connect with new technologies. Organizations must connect with the new capabilities, with the new creative ideas of people. Organizations must know how to leverage the new ideas of people. I think more and more innovation is all about connecting with people, connecting with technologies, collaborations, joint ventures, technologies. I think this is going to be the mantra. If you see how Samsung became the world leader, they went to Silicon Valley, they partnered with Google, and they replaced Nokia, which was giant, having about 75% of market share in India. And now Samsung has taken that 75% or 60% in the smartphones. The other very important aspect that I've seen in most of the organizations, people are only talking about incremental innovations. There are no breakthrough ideas. And that's probably because of the fact that people do not know what breakthrough ideas are. How do you make breakthrough ideas? Fundamentally, all breakthrough ideas, they are made over a series of ideas, which means an idea on an idea on an idea on an idea, which means you have to stitch all the ideas together to make it a breakthrough. There is nothing called a breakthrough idea right from the very beginning. It evolves, which means that you have to give some time to the idea to develop. That's how breakthrough ideas are generated. And the third one, a very important one that I have over here is when people talk about the meaning of creativity. And I always tell them that the whole world is absolutely still in a very, very disorganized stage. The whole idea is how do you give structure to this disorganized stage of the world, and that's how I think the creativity comes in. When you try to give the structure to the whole randomness of nature, the creativity is born. Thank you.